timing that he can out of it. And
what
is
harassing
a lot.
Matsu doing? Is he going to go for a quick pull? The beginning of the game looks like it. So the plan, pull this hard camp, toss it over to the creeps, and if successful, can be a big win for momentum. There it is, the pull comes back. A successful pull on the dire side mid lane, and Pile Die now struggling to be able to contend with this one, but he can't really do anything. In fact, Kuro is actually going to join forces with Amatsu finally.
Yeah, and you're going to give Wii the entire lane to begin with, but I think they're okay with that. Although that was a lot. Like, you essentially just traded a wave for a wave.
You can get a quick level 2 on Kuro. That'll certainly help out when it comes to the time being aggressive. Pile Die is going to be able to share in this neutrals.
Even the last hit.
We do have Jarex coming in from behind. Weeha is forced to join his support, but it's going to be a 3 versus 1 here. All they have to do is catch Pi, but Liquid are instead turning for Weeha. That's a more important kill. And Wee's got really no way out of this one. The Furion's actually going to TP in. Starts going for Kuro. Kuro is actually going to be the first blood here as Pile Die comes back. They only need one more right click the bottle. A little bit more. They will be able to get that first blood. Weeha draws Liquid away, successfully escapes, while the rest of Secret claimed that first blood.
This is like the weirdest start I think I've ever seen in a game. The Tiny tosses a creep into the lane, then what should have been a first blood for Liquid ends up being a counter kill for Team Secret.
If only that Wisp had been able to get over that cliff and join Matumba Man, maybe that fight could have been a lot different. Misery's
I might just get the
oh my god, he actually gets it. He's going to be stunned up. He might be combo down as the toss goes back. They should be able to kill Pile Die here, but they're already putting pressure onto Kuro as Misery threatens him as fast as possible, but can't quite get the kill.
Oh, that was a huge mistake from Liquid. There's absolutely no reason that the courier should have been that low onto the ground, especially since the Disruptor was just waiting there. He didn't really have to even do anything.
Might be able to run down Weed. They managed to get the toss on him. They have Misery here, but he doesn't have a Sprout instead. Oh, the body block might actually kill Matu, but still, they have the tether. Kuro, he's going to be glimpsed back. He still has that haste rip for a few more seconds. Connect field, just walk him in though. Kuro tethers back out though, all the way over to Matumba Man. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Mind Control, he's being run down by Puppy as well as the Clinks. Looks like Mind Control, he's going to be going in deep for this kill. They might be able to get it too. Mind Control just needs a little bit more space, but he can't quite get it. Jarex is here with a response now as Puppy runs out of that scorched earth. He should be dying as the right clicks will come in. Kuro's going to help get part of the experience. And the small little Doomlings start threatening Jarex.
They are adorable, but they're so scary. They both got a stun. He's just going to farm out a little bit. And meanwhile, Eternal Envy now picks up the Soul Ring for himself, getting absolute free.
1200, plus he's got backup. I think Secret knows what's going to be happening here. He gets off the scorched earth. There's going to be tough kill hit, especially with Eternal Envy here. They're going to throw out the combination. They do successfully kill, but a Static Storm is going to be able to control on the top of man. He has nothing left, but Eternal Envy is exposed. He's been hexed up and will be taken out by Fada. Next up, Pile Die, but he's going to join towards the Misery. The relocate back actually saves Kuro, but now they get the gold back. But Kuro's still alive. Misery's fighting up against Fada, but he can't quite get that kill either. The Sunstrike misses. And Team Secret, I don't know if they had that planned out, but all the plans in the world doesn't stop Liquid from taking that fight.
Liquid were hoping that somebody walks through there, and that was the fight of their dreams. They managed to get multiple heroes. Nobody from Team Secret was quite set up. That was so risky from Team Liquid. They devoted so much time.
They're going to look for mid. Matumba Man's the target. They're going to try and glimpse him back. Kuro, he's going to go for the relocate save, but it's not in time. And now Kuro, he may be sacrificed as well, as Secret are just going to surround this tier 1 tower. He needs to be able to get a tether target. Mind Control's making his way over for that one. The tether out. Oh, the cold snap's making it too hard for him to be able to get away. The Met comes through, but it's still not enough. The damage from Eternal Envy just pops the squishy Wisp, and Secret will rotate from that, taking a tier 1 tower objective straight into the Roshan pit. Secret have just won back everything they lost earlier if they can take Roshan. But at the time, Fada is being scattered out deep inside the Roshan jungle by Eternal Envy. This is not the place to be, Fada. He's going to need to save himself somehow with his OD.
Nobody's nearby enough.
He can run in with a Ravage, but he knows he's backed out immediately. He's like, nope, that is not the play. There's no way they can save Fada. He's just in a bad position.
They're two out.
Oh, Fada is so desperate to try and force this fight. He's going to start charging forward. They have the relocate coming in. They're going to try and blow up Puppy before the Doom gets laid out, but it's already put on to Kuro. They get the glimpse back, and oh my god, the Puppy Man's already gone. They have the second line coming in, but Eternal Envy's just ripping Liquid apart. They get the blink back from the OT. He looks like he will escape, but Mind Control's not going to be as lucky. They still have a glimpse up in 2 more seconds, but that may not even be required, as we, as well as Misery, jump themselves forward to make sure Mind Control has no hopes of escaping. Liquid successfully blow up the Doom, but they just seem desperate in forcing fights at this point.
Yeah, right now this game boils down to the fact that they can't do anything about this Clinks or this Invoker. I don't even know how they're supposed to engage these fights anymore. They got the top 3 net worth heroes in the game. They continue to push things late game. They don't have anything that goes through the BKB either, so they're relying heavily on the Tiny to get the jump, but they have no follow-up. The Tidehunter doesn't have a Blink Dagger, so they're way too immobile to deal with this. And they try to drop so much on Puppy just so he doesn't get, but he's been able to in every single one of these fights.
Once again, a double damage on Eternal Envy. Right as Liquid are going into the jungle. Eternal Envy's going to be scout him out. They're going to try and blow him up. The quick ravage. They might be able to do something, but he's so tanky. And now the Static Storm. It disrupts everything that Liquid are hoping to achieve. They still managed to kill the Clinks, but it isn't going to be worth it. The fight looks nasty. His Kuro's already going to be blown up. He managed to get the Ghost Scepter up for a time being. Mind Control is going to go on to Misery, and looks like they get that kill as an Anchor Smash finish him off, but they're sandwiched in. Wait on the right side. Puppy and Pylai die on the left with an Ice Wall, making sure they go nowhere in this one. But Cumback can't even finish off Puppy.
Pup doesn't even die for this one. And it looked like a really good fight for half a second, but you saw how quickly Clinks killed Vada. Their inability to be able to burst them down made it so that the OD dies almost instantly.
That beautiful Static Storm from Pylai dive positioned almost perfectly. The kinetic field just shy being able to catch both the Tiny and the Wisp, and nice jumping from Wee. Stick around too long. Oh, he actually gets a blink backwards, but the Blins tries to send him back. They do have the BKB, and Liquid will march back as a 3-man crew. Jerix, he's actually going to be targeted as the Ghost Scepter turns around, hits the Hex on the Puppy. Now the turnaround, the Ravage, but can he actually take this fight? They're going to go for the blow up on Puppy first. They do get him with the OD Ultimate and Static Storm, not enough to control Armada. They're protecting Eternal Envy as Weehawk comes forward with Deafening Blast that helps finish off Jerix. He wants to be able to chase down the rest of these heroes as well. Unfortunately, Mind Control stuck fighting up against Eternal Envy, who's quite low, but Tuppa Man, one swing isn't quite enough to toss forward. He gets him in the end. That's a big kill from Tuppa Man. He still has that Aegis. Team Secret will not turn and fight him.
Even with the Aegis, the Invoker does not want to commit to that.
Envy, he's actually going to start with a Diffuser Blade onto Tuppa Man. They're going to go for the relocate out, which will be successful, but something has been used. Still though, Mind Control being controlled up right now by Puppy with a Doom. They're also going to be joined by Misery, who can click down Jerix, and Mind Control stuck inside the trees will also fall. They're going to be able to get Kuro next up. Dual Scepter, Meteor, Deafening Blast with the Static Storm over the top. Feels like overkill, but they've taken 3 of Liquid, so why the hell not?
Hey, something so beautiful about Secret's lineup is that with both the Static Storm and the Doom, they have ways to permanently stop the tide. Like even the Kraken Shell can't really do much against either of those abilities.
But Tuppa Man still got his BKB. He's hoping to be able to actually get on top of me as best he can. The cleave damage doing okay.
So much damage to him.
He's actually tanking too much. The OD actually drops the ultimate in the bottom lane. Going for Puppy will be able to get that 1 kill, but Tuppa Man is being controlled up though. They have the Dual Scepter into the Sun Strike. He gets off the double stun. OD needs the help over. There's going to be imprisonment save. One kill. Eternal Envy, 40 HP. They're Deafening Blast. It takes out the OD, and Eternal Envy stays alive.
They played that so well. Eternal Envy might go down, but he gets the Ghost Walk off.
Oh no! They have to go for Weehawk instead, but they can't even get that much. Everyone from Secret surviving on just a sliver of HP.
And these 2 cores have delivered here at this major. They built up so much gold for themselves now too.
Here, going from Tuppa Man. They have Kuro sitting on the side, ready to go with the relocate, but Puppy's actually going to try and stop that one. He managed to get the Doom onto Mind Control, while Kuro can't actually go for a relocate anywhere with the BKB used on Tuppa Man. That's how Weehawk's going to be able to strike. Mind Control's dead, as the Doom should be able to finish him off, but Puppy goes way forward and will be the turnaround kill. Still though, they got a 2 for 1.
Misery's heading down bottom too. And it looks like Envy is also trying to join him. They just BKB.
The range tracks
available.
Fada, oh, Eternal Envy's being controlled up. They need to be able to pop their BKBs to be able to drop Eternal Envy. Looks like Jackie should go down, but Mataba Man might be the turnaround kills. That Meteor is causing him so much havoc. Team Secret are not being controlled up as Weeha's BKB lasts long enough for him to be able to get away. Fada jumps forward, going for Pylon Die next. Will be able to just right-click him down while Weeha dances and dances as Misery is taking the melee racks. This has to be Fada controlling up these two heroes, but he just can't do it. He doesn't have the HP points, and Team Liquid do not have the buybacks to be able to support this one. Fada, the only one ready to go with the Wisp and the Tidehunter. He actually catches Misery here, but Weeha with the defensive Fuel Scepter into the Ice Wall once again. Fada managed to get the imprisonment. Jarek is coming forward, but he's already dropped so low from just extra damage. A deafening blast finishes him off. Weeha says, what's up? Controls one. Gets the other one, but Thomas is going to be dark to the sunshine. Weeha's just styling on them. The imprisonment stays for Fada, but a tornado hits at the perfect time into the EMP. Weeha is feeling himself as he's going to single-handedly win this game number 3 for Team Secret. Unbelievable performance by Weeha as he is showing off on the main stage here in this grand finals. 14-0 and 11 is the end score for him, but I'm even more impressed by how much Envy was able to accomplish in the way of map control. The amount of farm that he was able to get in the early game just made it so hard for Liquid to ever leave their base. A game like this, as well as game 1, just makes Team Secret look like a juggernaut that is unstoppable, but Team Liquid, they have to take game number 4 and game number 5 if they hope to be able to come out on top in this series.